Kid Ghosts shows the best that you'll hear from Kanye this year. Kid Ghosts also shows the best that you'll hear from Kid Cudi in years. Another show that even just 7 tracks in 23 minutes can still pack it in. It can still be as stunning and impactful as a typical length album. Kanye on this album sounds wild and bold, whereas Kid Cudi sounds forlorn and drowning in thought. This is an incredible duality on display on what is one of the most creative rap albums to hear this year. Not that you shouldn't have expected a creative project from either person here. They're always looking for the next cool and colourful thing to put on show, regardless of whether it gets positive or negative reception. Thankfully this time around, Kid Ghosts is a gushing success. This album seems like a canvas for crayons and paint and dyes to be splattered over to create colourful splashes and portraits of the psyches of these two, signalling their moments of passion and inspiration, but also their moments of downtime, vulnerability, sadness. Most of all, however, it's an album that wants to be moving forward from these things, always finding a pocket of brightness to keep motivated. With so many of these songs at marching rhythm, it's as if the album is always moving forward, trekking ahead and never stopping, and that's the wonderful part. Regardless of the length of a song or what's going on in it, there's a steady pace to some of these songs that keeps them moving, be it the smacking compressed drums on Feel the Love, or what sounds like marching footsteps on Fire. They might actually be just hand claps that sound like footsteps. Ain't it crazy how shit be like that? Even when the production gets minimal and bare, Kanye's production does a lot to make these moments eerie and genuinely haunting. I'm talking about moments like the shrill whistling on Kid Ghosts, or how cloudy Cudi Montage gets towards the end. I don't know why this atmosphere with minimal instrumentals wasn't implemented on Ye, which I think would have really benefited that project a lot. Maybe it's because the album Ye was thrown together in a month or something. Kid Ghosts definitely sounds like it was worked on for a long time. The Kurt Cobain sample on Cudi Montage does so much for the grounding and grungy conclusion to the album with a beautiful, uplifting, harmonized mantra. Stay strong. A triumphant moment to end the album on. And even if Cudi doesn't necessarily provide closure, there is certainly like a sense of progress from the start of the album. Most notable in terms of the production, however, is the Louis Prima sample on Fourth Dimension, a track where one of Prima's 1930s Christmas songs of all things is left playing for the first 20 seconds. Knowing that it's Kanye behind the production, you're expecting this song to be flipped into a beat, but you don't exactly know how yet. Then, after around 15 seconds, Kanye throws it in reverse and uses that.
Feels so good it should cost.
A slight aspect of this album that I love a lot is how cartoony it sounds as well. Not that it isn't serious, I mean it totally is, and it's great to see Kanye and Cudi deliver some genuine bars that speak of anxiety and depression and self-improvement, which we know Cudi for if you've listened to Man on the Moon 1 and 2, but I'm really digging the way that Kanye's becoming more introspective on his most recent releases. However, on Kid Ghosts, you couldn't really ignore some of the whimsical, over-the-top, cartoony moments like Freeee. It's also great to hear Jadakiss on track 3. Amazingly, Cudi's crooning, consisting mainly of comes off great again on Kid Ghosts. I mean, finally, it's been too long a time period where that started to get annoying because the singing itself made you want to stick fingers in your ears because of how off-tune it was. In fact, Cudi's presence on this album is important. Excellent even. When he fires out his verses, he just has this great swagger about him, this fluid, smooth flow. It really seems like this project here kind of ignited a fire within him that I love hearing. Kid Ghost is heartfelt with a barrage of lyrics about perseverance and confessions. Kanye does a great trick on Fourth Dimension where he talks about getting choked up and not being able to finish the sentence.
For this new dimension, that's too new to mention. Won't fit in a sentence. If I get locked up, I won't finish the sentence.
From Kanye doing his best Brian Silver impression on track 1, to the serene and even angelic ending on Cudi Montage, Kid Ghosts is an odyssey, if you will. Fun, imaginative, catchy, introspective, and begging for me to hit play again. Rick gives 8 sometimes. Rick gives 8 sometimes. Spirit.